Hi, 1112. First thing I'd like you to do is I'd like to get out that sheet that we did yesterday, and quickly we're going to go over our answers for that solve for y. So the first one should be, I think we did these first two together, and you should get x plus 2 squared minus 1, x plus 4 squared minus 11, x plus 6 squared minus 32, x plus 2 squared minus 3. These two you didn't need to do. And finally, this one's a little different. X plus 3 squared plus 1. Okay, so just to have those correct. You should have watched the video before class. If not, after this, I would like you to go do that to be prepared for class. I would like to do two questions, sample questions with you. They're both found on page 137. I am going to warn you the textbook does, or the workbook does not give you a lot of space to do these questions, so a piece of loose leaf might be a good idea. Okay, so on page 137, I would like to do 1A, just to refresh what we're doing. So here we have y equals x squared plus 2x plus 3. The question asks us to write this quadratic function in vertex form and state the coordinates of the vertex. So our first step is always we're going to group those first two terms. Looking at those first two terms, now what we're going to do is we're going to factor out the a value. In this case, the a value is 1, so we don't need to do the factoring. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take half of my b value, and we're going to square it. So half of 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1. So I'm going to rewrite this as x squared plus 2x plus 1. But we can't just add 1 out of nowhere. We also then need to subtract that 1 to maintain equality, to maintain the use of that equal sign. Okay, these first three terms we constructed to be the perfect square. That perfect square was x plus 1 squared. Normally we'd check if we had a number factored in front and we'd distribute. We didn't have to do that here. So we just have our minus 1 and our plus 3. We get plus 2. Now from here I can easily see that the vertex is negative 1 and 2 because it's my p value and my q value. If you think it's plus 1, remember that vertex form is y is equal to a x minus p squared plus q. Remember I said this is a mistake that is going to happen for some of you. Okay, next question I'd like to try with you is a slightly more difficult one. It's going to be 2c, still found on that same page. Again, not a lot of room in your workbook, so it might be a good idea to have a piece of loose leaf. Minus 21. Okay. The first step is grouping those first two terms. Second step is factoring out the a. So I'm factoring out a negative 4. I'm left with x squared minus 6x minus 21. Okay, so notice I did 24. I divided it by negative 4, so I'm left with negative 6. Now I'm going to try and make a perfect square. X squared minus 6x. Half of negative 6 is negative 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. So I need to add 9 and subtract 9 to maintain equality. Okay. Now this is a perfect square. So rewriting that, I have x minus 3 squared. Now this minus 9, we have to remember to use that we have to remember to distribute. Negative 4 times negative 9 is going to be positive 36. Subtract 21, just carrying that down. Negative 4 x minus 3 squared. $36, I give 21 of it away. I'm left with 15. My vertex is going to be 3 and 15 for my final answer. Okay, you guys know what questions are assigned? For tomorrow, I'll have the hand in ready. So let's try and finish all of 3.3 to get that extra day for your hand in.